हरे कृष्णा। अरे इसमें तो कुछ है नहीं, ठीक है। हरे कृष्णा। Dear devotees, we will start our Nam Sankirtan. Yesterday we could not do because yesterday was Sunday and we had a question answer session with Learn Gita, Live Gita people. So we will now take shelter of the holy name. We will continue with the description of Ajamila delivered by Vishnudutas. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 6, Chapter 2, Ajamila delivered by the Vishnudutas, text 38. Mamaham iti dehado.
Mamaham iti dehado.
Hitva mithyartha dhirmati.
Hitva mityartha dhiramati.
Tasye mano bhagavate.
Tasye mano bhagavati.
Suddham tatkirtanadivi.
Suddham tatkirtanadivi.
Simply because I chanted the holy name of Lord in the association of devotees, my heart is now becoming purified. Therefore, I shall not fall victim again to the false lures of material sense gratification. Now that I have become fixed in the absolute truth, henceforward I shall not identify myself with the body. I shall give up false conception of I and mine and fix my mind on the lotus feet of Krishna. Am I reading properly? Okay. Where I was earlier. Anybody who remembers where I was? I am such a sinful person. Since I have now gotten this opportunity, I must completely control my mind. Life, sense is always engaged so that I may not fall again into deep darkness. I think I'm just reading some of the verses. Most likely we might have missed or we have not discussed this. Ajamila, I'm pretty sure we studied this. Ajamila continued, I'm a shameless cheater who has killed his Brahminical culture. Indeed, I'm sin personified. Where am I in the comparison to all auspicious chanting of the holy name of Lord Narayana? This we had already read. I'm such a sinful person, but since I have now gotten this opportunity, I must completely control my mind, life and senses, always engage in devotional service, so that I may not fall again into the deep darkness and ignorance of material life. Because of identifying oneself with the body, one is subjected to desires for sense gratification. Thus, one engages in many different types of pious and impious actions. This is what constitutes material bondage. Now I shall disentangle myself from my material bondage, which has been caused by Krishna's illusory energy in the form of a woman. Being a most fallen soul, I was victimized by the illusory energy and have become like a dancing dog led around by a woman's hand. Now I shall give up all lustful desires, free myself from this illusion. I shall become a merciful, well-wishing friend to all living entities, and always observe myself in Krishna consciousness. This also we read. No, we have read. So I think that we were reading this the right verse. Simply because I chanted the holy name of Lord in the association of devotees, my heart is now becoming purified. Therefore, I shall not fall victim again to the false lures of material sense gratification. Now that I have become fixed in absolute truth, henceforward I shall not identify myself with the body. I shall give up false conception of I and mine and fix my mind on the lotus feet of Krishna. How a living entity becomes a victim of the material condition is lucidly explained in this verse. The beginning is to misidentify the body as oneself. Therefore, Bhagavad Gita begins with the spiritual instruction that one is not the body, but is within the body. This consciousness can be possible only if one chants the holy name of Krishna, Hare Krishna Mahamantra, and always keeps oneself in the association of devotees. This is the secret of success. Therefore, we stress that one should chant the holy name of Lord and keep oneself free from the contaminations of this material world, especially the contamination of lusty desires for illicit sex, meat eating, intoxication, and gambling. With determination, one should vow to follow these principles and thus be saved from the miserable condition of material existence. The first necessity is to become freed from the bodily concept of life. Wonderful. So, what is this actually? If we really have to chant Krishna's name properly, we must be freed from all bodily concepts of life. So, having lusty desires or having addicted to meat eating, gambling, and intoxication. So these kind of things doesn't help us to chant properly, number one. Number two, we had read in Prabhupada lecture, we did a quiz and we said, what are the fundamental elements of sin? Passion and ignorance. So that means we must go into mode of goodness. We must. Mode of goodness which is without passion, without ignorance. So when you are not with passion, not with ignorance, what happens to you? You become free from all these lust, greed, anger, envy and pride. Then only we can chant Hare Krishna. So dear devotees, with that note, let us pray to Krishna, Lord Jagannath, Baladev Subhadra, Sri Sri Lakshmi Narsingadev, Giriraj Krishna, Sri Sri Radha Ramanju. Let us sincerely worship. Take shelter of their lotus feet and pray that we don't want to be illusioned by passion and ignorance anymore. Let holy name, via spiritual intelligence, via Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, manifest in my tongue. And that sound vibration may I hear attentively. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Swasmi Gaur Bhakta Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Sivasade Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Dear devotees, let us chant second round as well. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Hare. Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Sivasri Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Dear devotees, what is the process of chanting? I said, by spiritual intelligence, by the potency of Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam, we should allow the chanting of the holy name to dance in our tongue. And then that, when is converted to pure vibration, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Shraddha Anusari, how strong faith one has in the holy name. And that faith is not blind, that faith is Shastri. When that is there, and when you hear, guaranteed there is a success back to Godhead. So Jamila, just chanting Narayana, he got the association of Vishnu Dutas. Because of a moment's association with the devotees, the Vishnu Dutas, Ajamila detached himself from the material conception of life with the determination. Thus freed from all material attraction, immediately started for Haridwar. The word Mukta Sarvananu Bandhanaha indicates that after this incident, Ajamila, not caring for his wife and children, went straight to Haridwar for further advancement in his spiritual journey. Our Krishna conscious movement now has centers in Vrindavan and Navadip, so that those who want to live a retired life, whether they be devotees or not, can go there and with the determination give up the bodily concept of life. One is welcome to live in those holy places for the rest of his life in order to achieve the highest success by the very simple method of chanting the holy name of the Lord and taking prasad. Thus one may return home back to Godhead. We do not have a center in Haridwar, but Vrindavan and Siddha Mayapur are better for devotees than any other places. Sri Chaitanya Chandrodaya temple offers one a good opportunity to associate devotees. Let us take advantage of this opportunity. Wow! What a powerful. Prabhupada is saying, we should take shelter of the Vrindavan and just chant our rounds. So nice. Very, very nice. So a moment association with Vishnu Dutas, moment. They just discussed, he heard, understood. I asked now, what is the language they were speaking? Nobody answers, right? What language they spoke? Eh? Ajamila was in which body?
No.
Which body when he was caught by the Yamadutas? Subtle body. He has been taken out in the subtle body, right? What is the language of subtle body? Recently I have given a lecture on language of thought. So, what language is that? Again, that is also a language. You can say that is in Sanskrit, that is in this, but that is subtle, that is not gross. So, Vishnu Dutas and Yamadutas, they were talking in some language. And then Ajamila is hearing in its subtle body. Okay. When we are hearing, one is that we hear in gross body. We can also hear in subtle body. We can also hear in Atma. So sadhu sangha makes you hear in Atma. That is the potency of the sadhu sangha. So your answer should have been, the Jamila heard in the language of the soul. Because you are so terrified that time. In that state you forget you have a body. You go beyond. Subtler and subtlest. Okay? So, this is so nice. Prabhupada is giving us instruction to take shelter of the Holy Dham and chant Hare Krishna. So we are also in Holy Dham. Giriraj is here and Narsingadev is here. Prabhupada said, wherever devotees are there, that is Vrindavan. Try to understand. And then we are chanting. So let us chant our third round and fourth round together. Then we'll read series of verses. There will be very interesting verses today. So please, let us focus. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Sivasri Gaur Bhakta Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhara Sivasade Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. So, dear devotees, we are chanting now the fourth round of this session. Let us again focus, pray to the mercy of Vaishnavas, pray for the mercy of Guru Parampara, mercy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Panchatattva, and especially mercy of the Holy Name, such that with proper faith, proper understanding, we allow the Holy Name to appear in our tongue, and then the sound vibration we hear attentively. We don't have to do anything, only hearing. That's it. Hearing, hearing, and hearing. Hearing is the subtlest space of our body. Hearing, right? So, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare, Hare 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 Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare. जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवाश्री गौर भक्त वृंद। Dear devotees, thank you very much for remaining with us for chanting. In Haridwar, Ajamil took shelter at a Vishnu temple where he executed the process of Bhakti Yoga, controlled his senses, and fully applied his mind in the service of the Lord. The devotees who have joined Krishna conscious movement may live comfortably in our many temples and engage in devotional service of the Lord. Thus they can control the mind and senses and achieve the highest success in life. This is the process descending from time immemorial. Learning from the life of Ajamila, we should vow with a determination to do what is necessary to follow this path. So, Bhakti Yoga is the way of cleansing oneself. Bhakti means transcending four Purushartha. Bhakti means doing everything to please Krishna. Ajamila fully engaged in devotional service. Thus he detached his mind from the process of sense gratification and became fully absorbed in thinking of the form of the Lord. If one worships the deity in the temple, one's mind will naturally be absorbed in the thought of Krishna. There is no distinction between the form of the Lord and Lord himself. Therefore, Bhakti Yoga is the most easy system of yoga. Yogis try to concentrate their mind upon the form of Super Soul, Vishnu, within the heart. But the same objective is easily achieved when one's mind is absorbed in the deity worshipped in the temple. In every temple, there is a transcendental form of the Lord. One may easily think of this form by seeing the Lord during Arati, by offering Bhoga, by constantly thinking of the form of the deity, one becomes a first-class yogi. It is the best process of yoga as confirmed by Krishna in Bhagavad Gita. Yoginam api sarvesam madgatena antaratmana sraddhavan vajate mam samayukta tamamata. Of all yogis, he who always abides in me with great faith, worshipping me in transcendental loving service, is most intimately united with me in yoga, is the highest of all. The first class yogi is he who controls his senses and detaches himself from material activities by always thinking of the form of the Lord. When his intelligence and mind were fixed upon the form of the Lord, the Brahmana Ajamila once again saw before him four celestial persons. He could understand that they were those who had seen previously, those he had seen previously. Thus he offered them his obeisances by bowing down before them. So time came. When time comes, Vishnu Dutas, you will see. If you are seeing Vishnu Dutas, your life is sure, 100%. When time of death approaches, you have done everything very nicely for Krishna. You are chanting Krishna's name. You are sick. Eh? मेडिसिन ले रहा है?
ट्रांसफर किया लेकिन मेरा एक दूसरे का
थक गया है? तबीयत ठीक है?
मतलब सही से नींद नहीं हो रही।
तुम्हें पता है मैं 4 दिन से सोया नहीं हूँ, मुझे मैं लग रहा था। डू यू फील? अगर बुखार वगैरह है तो मेडिसिन तुरंत ले लो। ये तो हमारा फॉर्चून है, मयंक की भैया जो है ऐसे मेडिसिन दे दिया, सबके लिए काम कर रहा है, सबके लिए काम, कोरोना नो कोरोना सबके लिए ऑल इन वन। So Vishnu Dutas will be there. That is our successful one. Time of death, you see Vishnu Dutas, beautiful form. That is success of life. And we should be single-handedly. Ab dekho, when Siddhartha went for performing austerities on Rajgiri, तुम था ना मेरा साथ उसमें? था राजगिरी में? You are not there in Rajgiri when Ranjan took us? You have never gone to Rajgiri?
I went with college friends.
Acha, you have not gone with Ranjan? That time you didn't become devotee?
No.
How many years you are there as a devotee?
I first time I went to Sir's house at the end of almost at the end of my third year.
Oh, so 1 year you spent there.
Yes.
1 year. Okay. So Rajgiri, Siddhartha performed severe austerities. But at some point of time, he was about to die. Small, little girl came and gave a little kheer to him, and he accepted it because he was feeling, I'm going to die. So what is the point? I am not perfected myself. And seeing his followers, he had many followers there, they were also accepting him as a leader. And then when they saw, ये किस तरह के leader है? Sweet rice ले रहा. So they rejected him, abused him. So he left that place and went to the Bodh Gaya, where he sat in meditation. And the meditation in the psychic level, lust, greed, everything attacked. That is what I'm saying. When you start perfecting lust, greed, everything is attacking. When you enter into lust, greed, what will happen? समझ में आया कि नहीं है? But he tolerated them. He tolerated them. Because he tolerated, then everything is perfect bodhisattva. Okay? Similarly, we have to be one-minded. This life I am going to achieve Krishna. I will not fail in this life. I do not want to take another chance. Doesn't matter whether you are 5-year-old, 10-year-old, 55-year-old, 60-year-old, doesn't matter. This life I am going to perfect. That determination is necessary. The Vishnudutas who had rescued Ajamila came before him again when his mind was firmly fixed upon the form of the Lord. The Vishnudutas had gone away for some time to give Ajamila a chance to become firmly fixed in meditation upon the Lord. Now that his devotion had matured, they returned to take him. Understanding that the same Vishnudutas had returned, Ajamila offered them his obeisance by bowing down before them. How fortunate he is. अब देखो बात ये है, आज जब मैं रत्नेश से बात कर रहा था, he was telling that he was so nice. I told him nobody was nice. It is because I pushed, they were looking nice. If I won't push anybody here, nobody would look nice. All those who look nice and now they are accusing me. Now I push people. If I don't push, and that is what also Ratnas accepted. Yes, because we are pushed, we attended morning program, evening program, so many programs, heard nicely. The pushing is not. So this is people don't understand this. Eh? And then, anyway, I don't want to speak on that subject more now, but this is what it is. Ajamila perfected his life by having that association of Vishnudutas. He pushed himself. Either you are pushed or you must push yourself. In case of Ajamila, he pushed himself. He doesn't need someone else to push because he has already realized. Either you push yourself or you must be pushed. But that push must be there. Otherwise, we will always degrade. Go down, down, down. Okay? So I think we should stop here. Upon saying the Vishnuduta, Ajamila gave up his material body at Haridwar on the bank of Ganges. He regained his original spiritual body, which was a body appropriate for an associate of the Lord. Srila Prabhupada saying in the purport, Lord says in Bhagavad Gita, Janma karma chame divyam evam yoveti tattata tattvadeham punarjanma naiti mameti so Arjuna. One who knows the transcendental nature of my appearance, activities, does not upon leaving the body take his birth again in this material world, but attains my eternal abode, O Arjuna. The result of perfection in Krishna consciousness is that after giving up one's material body, one is immediately transferred to the spiritual world in one's original spiritual body to become an associate of Supreme Personality Godhead. Some devotees go to the Vaikuntha Loka, others go to Goloka Vrindavan to become associate of Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, everybody. Is there any question?
Yes, sir.
Okay, we also hear the incidents of Dundukari being delivered by listening to Srimad Bhagavatam. Since ghosts are in subtle body and a ghostly body, can they understand the language meant for embodied with a gross body? That is why I asked you what language Ajamila heard. I don't know the answer. I asked that question because I was contemplating what language Vishnu Duttas and Yamadutas spoke and how did he hear Ajamila. Yeah, Dundukari. All of you know the story of Dundukari, right? So, so now the question is, yes, by hearing Bhagavatam, you see that Bhagavatam, when we speak in a language, can Bhagavatam that manifest from the gross body can reach. But the point is that his brother, right, his brother Gokarna spoke Bhagavatam. So if Gokarna is pure devotee, then he can listen. Once you are a pure devotee, you are speaking from subtle platform. But if you are not, so it's a very difficult question, but a very good question to contemplate. So please, I would request everybody to contemplate and give some answer. Riddhi Murari.
Second question.
When a sadhana siddha jiva is transported to a planet where Krishna is performing pastimes, does he get the darsana Vishnu Duttas at the time of leaving of his body, being transported to Krishna Lila planet within a material universe? How we will be transported? Yes, normally nobody directly goes. Now, Vaikuntha people go, but nobody can go directly to Golok Vrindavan. For going to Golok Vrindavan, you have to associate in the pastimes of Krishna. So, by arrangement of the super soul, one will be transported to one material universe to another material universe. Yeah, that's a good question actually. That's a good question. Because you see that when you have to go to Vaikuntha, Vishnu Duttas would come. But when you go to Goloka, they are not Vishnu Duttas. I don't know what Krishna Duttas are. Who would come from Goloka? Yes. You see what happened in Goloka? Who took Krishna to? Spiritual Vimanas came. Krishna called the spiritual Vimana, and all Brajvasis were put in there and they were taken. So that is how it happens. Krishna personally takes. That's amazing, isn't it? Krishna is personally taken. That is amazing. That's amazing. Yeah. Riddhi Murari, why do some people feel so much of pain when they keep hearing Lord's name? Pain?
This is painful to keep hearing.
They say it is painful to keep. Oh, if they are very simple. I'll tell you, Riddhi Mataji, I'll tell you my story. Literally every weekend I was going to Akhan. My good friend Ramchandra was there. So, Friday, it becomes Friday means I will run Akhan, and Ramchandra will make some program. So I will take a train, right? I'll go from Bonn to Colon to Akhan. And when I would be chanting, these Christian ladies, once I was chanting, I didn't know. And he was doing something I didn't understand because I was lost in chanting. And at some point, like a dog, he barked at me. I said, what happened? And then I realized that he is not able to tolerate my chanting. Now I'll give you an example. This I was chanting in Germany. Much before when I was chanting in 1997. Germany, this is 2001. In 97, I was chanting in Bangalore Express. Right? I was going to Bangalore from Delhi. And I was chanting, I don't know. And I'm lost because, I was going through a very tough time. And as I was chanting, suddenly I opened my eyes. I saw so many people are there. Around 6, 7 are surrounding me. And then one person, he's from Barampur, Odia fellow. He's a doctor MBBS. He said, we are liking your chanting. So we are sitting here. So yes, all crazy fellows will be there. Yes. So I would like, actually when we are doing chanting session, you are not playing Prabhupada cassette. I told you to play Prabhupada cassette. It's very important. While we chant, we all must hear. At least in the background, Prabhupada chanting should go on. Sometimes we are doing it. Why did you stop it?
System. System.
कुछ करो उसका. Chanting, Prabhupada cassette chanting during the chanting is best. Okay. Pranjul Yadav, sir, one of my friends is a devotee, but since past week, whenever he sees Lord bad and abusive thoughts come to his mind, he's feeling bad about it, how to counteract it. Yeah, they will come because of anarthas. So he has to take more strong association. And because he has confided to you or someone, that means he's sincere, Lord would help. Lord would help. Anybody who is sincere, takes shelter of a devotee, he will easily cross over. And we have to help such people. Very sincerely. We must take care of them. Okay, thank you very much. Hare Krishna.
Can I invite him to this session?
Yes. You can invite anyone and anybody who is interested to chant Hare Krishna. We will be very happy to get his association. Hare Krishna.